And here's another theme, a wedding, the wedding theme order, from the same client as pro+com 50, and but with two other characters from the same comic, Forgotten Roots, which should be linked in the description. And so these are uh, two characters that I hope design that I designed long years ago, and so the client adopted them into their story, which is a great honor. And so I kind of have a, and I loved them then. I still remember the day I did design them, and I still like them together a lot. And I went through several different poses because I still wanted the. See, they have at the time, even when I designed them, and I'm glad the client kept it. But basically, they each have a scar over their nipple, and the dark skinned one, his scar is neater than the his husband's. They're actually married in the story, and so his husband has a scar too, but his is messier. And those were like their wedding marks, and at the time that was the reason behind them. And so I wanted to show that since I was doing wedding. So I thought it would be cool when I was trying to figure out how to see that second little sketch. I was thinking how to show, because I wanted to show the fashion and I wanted to show the cut too. And so at first it was going to be for knife, but I decided it would be even cooler if it was like part of a glove or something, or they had a jewelry that fit over the thumb or whatever finger, and he did the cut like that. So so I decided. So I went back to this one, and the light skinned one, he's just standing um, over the taller one. I think, yeah. He's a bit taller than Shorty there, with the mohawk. And for his hair, I was gonna have it pulled back, but I was like, I did that for the other characters, for the other wedding orders. And so I decided to have just the back part of his hair kind of pulled back and in a ponytail, where part of the ponytail, or maybe it has two ponytails. One is down his back, and the other one is to the side. And then at the top of the head, the hair there is just straight and laid out um, to one side. So I thought that would be handsome. And the and again with the last uh order, I wanted it's in the past. So as opposed to where the storyline is in the comic. So and this guy, the dark skinned guy, when his hair is longer, it's curly. Like when it's more than an inch or so, it gets curly. So I decided to have, in the past, he has it longer at the top, so it's curly. I was thinking of the 1920s Black Americans who they did a lot of that wavy thing. I still don't know how they did it. Every time I say it, I'm like, what the hell did they use? Like, how did they get it like that? I still don't know. It's weird, but I really have to look it up. But basically, it's that. and and I hate when body parts take me a while to figure out how to do. So sometimes when the hand is, I swear it's the most simplest shit, yet for some reason it gives me a hard time. And sometimes I can predict if something is gonna give me a hard time, like his hand with the making the cut over the nipple, and I just kept. So I actually looked at reference a bit just to see how it looked when the hand is on someone's rib or something. But I actually just used any hand that was just that seemed just over like a front view and with the thumb semi up or just to get an idea. 'Cause that's how I think I prefer that kind of reference. Something that will just remind me of how the hand works in a certain angle and then I could just imagine the rest. So anyway, and I know I wanted so he's standing over him and uh he's and his back is arched a bit. Um the dark skinned guys and and he has like a glove. The tall one has a glove to that has a sharp thumb, and that's what he's using to cut. And I actually had a song. I was listening to one of my playlists, which is I have one that says intimate and another that says fuck. And usually I play the fuck one because it's sweet and it makes me think of people getting together or central type situations. And so, and the shorter one, the short guy who's the one with the long hair, uh, he's wearing a pants type suit, and uh, the dark skinned guy, he's wearing uh, a skirt, a long skirt, and like I said, I love long skirts on men because it fits their narrow hips. It looks good on their narrow hips, and but only if there's certain skirts, not all. Like skin tight, no, but flowy, but not too flowy. Like it's heavy material, but it could be a little flowy. So that's the kind of skirt he has on. It's low on the hips, and the shirt I actually changed it later. I think you could see it later, but uh, when the shirt is out, I prefer that too. And the shirt is kind of transparent, has a see through a bit, and the skirt it's only see through if the light is behind it. So he does got pants underneath, and pants that blend in with the skirt. So direct sun, uh, if there's no direct light going through the skirt, then it's just a solid-ish type of color, and it looks very handsome on him. uh, to me, it does. And so, but without, so there's kind of a light there, so that's why I wanted to show the sheen. But without it, then it looks solid. Sorry, I know that was part of confusing what I just said, but um, and I figured while this is happening, they're really both. I'm thinking this is maybe either it's their own private ceremony and they dressed up and they're doing this uh, after. No, yeah, I'm thinking this is done. This is their alone time together, and in the honeymoon or about to begin the honeymoon, and so and that's when they make the scars. And I was thinking, in my head canon, I have a different head canon, with everything really, but in my head canon of them, I was thinking maybe, and I just thought of this while I was doing it, that um, the light skinned guy, he's the one, it was his idea to do cut, the nipple cuts. Just he was thinking of the dark skinned guy who's I think he's more violent or something, more wild, and so but it was the light skinned guy who thought of it because he wanted something that fits him, his, who he is, and a mark on him too, like something to really connect them. And so, it's like he still had him in mind, and I thought that would be a sweet idea. I mean, a sweet gesture where, and so yeah, they're alone, and it's really an intense moment for them. And so the tall guy, he has certain powers. I won't say what. You have to read the comic, but he has uh, kind of, I think, a electrical type power. So I was thinking he's getting charged up, and that's making uh, the um, Verdon's clove lift up and his hair lift up. So that's why it's lifted up a bit, because his power is being released gradually just from the tense emotions that he's feeling at the moment with him. And and I really wanted him, Verdon's husband, to have his hand on his neck, but it's more like just on his jaw. And so I thought that would be hot and part of the intensity. So like they're both grabbing on each other, and even while Verdon is cutting him like pretty deeply but still cleanly, like a straight cut, and with that glove. And I'm thinking Sephiroth has a matching glove on his other hand, and I'm thinking he's doing the cut himself, but it's like ragged, but they're so focused on each other that Verdon don't even feel it. Well, he does feel it, but it's just it's hard to explain what he's feeling in what I believe he's feeling in this scene. So he's just it's a mix of just the intensity. He feels the pain, and they both want to feel it, to know, but they're also feeling pleasure at the same time by just being with each other, touching each other, and knowing that their union is apart. I mean, is solidified. Like they officially, even if it's just a commitment ceremony. And personally, I like the idea of commitment ceremonies over weddings. Like wedding, I don't really even believe in wedding. That's like a business to me. So commitment ceremony is more seems more better all around. Like that's something that's more about the union and the celebrating of one's love. And you could see I sorry my headphones kind of fell off, but yeah, with the jacket I was gonna make it dark, but I thought lighter would be better to complement their outfits and their the wedding attire. And yeah, I like intense moments. So this was fun, and plus my favorite characters um, from the client's comic Forgotten Roots. So it was cool to finally. It's funny after all the pics I've ever done. I don't think I've ever drawn them making their mark, the nipple marks on each other. So I'm glad to have done that. And thank you. Hope you like it. Bye.